All right, if you're anywhere in South India, you're probably looking outside and wondering what is going on with this weather. Well, today we're going to break down the forecast for October 10th using the incredible insights from the team at Rainman's studio. So, let's get right into it.
It's the big question, right? And the answer today is pretty fascinating. You see, we're smack in the middle of a huge seasonal transition, and we're going to walk through exactly what that means for the rain in your backyard, step by step.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with the big picture, this major monsoon shift. Then we'll look at what's actually triggering today's rain. From there, we'll zoom right into the state-by-state forecasts, and finally, we'll take a peek at what's just around the corner.
First things first, let's zoom out and look at the whole map. What's happening right now isn't just a simple rainy day, it's a massive seasonal change that affects the entire country.
Okay, so this is the key. The southwest monsoon, the one that's been running the show for months, is finally packing its bags and leaving central India. We're talking places like Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh. And this whole withdrawal process, it stirs things up. It creates a ton of atmospheric instability, which is the main engine for the wild weather we're seeing down south.
And this change is happening really fast. We're expecting that full withdrawal from central India in just the next 4 to 5 days. And then, hot on its heels, the northeast monsoon could make its grand entrance as early as October 16th. It's this super quick changeover that's making the weather feel so active right now.
So that's the big seasonal shift. Now let's dive into the specifics, the actual weather systems, or rain triggers, that are firing up the storms in our skies today.
The main player on the field today is something called an atmospheric cyclonic circulation. Now, that sounds complicated, but it's basically just a huge, spinning system of winds. And here's the kicker. Right now, we don't just have one. We have two of them working in tandem, one over the Kumari Sea and another over the Arabian Sea. And when you have two of these big spinning systems so close to each other, you get what's called wind instability. Just picture winds from different directions all clashing and mixing together. That's the perfect recipe for creating widespread heavy rain, and it's exactly why so many areas in Kerala, Karnataka, and parts of Tamil Nadu and Andhra are seeing storms.
Okay, time to get down to the local details. We'll start with the western coastal states, because they are right in the thick of it. For Kerala, pretty much the whole state can expect a good soaking, with moderate to heavy thunder showers. That stretches from Thiruvananthapuram in the far south all the way up the coast to Kannur. But a special heads up for the northernmost district, Kasaragod. You guys are on alert for some potentially very heavy downpours.
Now let's talk about Karnataka, because it is really the hotspot today. A lot of districts are in for heavy rain, but the forecast gets even more intense. We're talking heavy to very heavy rain for a huge area. And yes, that includes both Bengaluru urban and rural, Mysuru, Mandya, the hilly Malnad regions, and that entire coastal strip.
All right, moving eastward. The forecast here is kind of a tale of two states, a pretty dramatic split between Andhra Pradesh and its neighbor, Telangana.
Andhra Pradesh is definitely gearing up for a wet one. Areas like Kurnool, Nandyal, and around Vijayawada could see some really intense, heavy to very heavy spells. And for most of the rest of the state, from the northern coast all the way down to Tirupati and Chittoor in the south, you can expect pretty widespread moderate to heavy rain.
But then you look right next door at Telangana, and it's a completely different picture. Most of the state, including Hyderabad, is going to stay dry. The only real exception is way down on the southern border, where places like Kottagudem might see a few isolated, moderate showers. But that's pretty much it.
And now, let's really dive deep into Tamil Nadu. There's a lot of rain expected here, but it's following a very, very specific and interesting pattern.
A massive chunk of interior Tamil Nadu is on the list for moderate to heavy rain today. We're talking about the southern districts near Tirunelveli, the whole western belt around Coimbatore, the northern interior near Salem, and even the central delta region around Trichin.
Now this is the fascinating part. You see this clear divide? You might be wondering, hey, why are inland places like Salem getting slammed while coastal cities like Chennai are seeing lighter rain? Well, it's all about the sea breeze. It's acting like a giant pusher, shoving the rain clouds that form near the coast further inland. So the coast gets lighter showers, while those clouds gather steam and dump heavier rain over the interior districts. Pretty cool, right?
So that's the story for today. But remember, we're in a really dynamic period. So let's take a quick look ahead at how all of this is expected to change in just a few days.
The key date to circle on your calendar is October 14th. Why? Because after the 14th, the forecast models all show the easterly winds starting to pick up steam. And that's a huge deal. It means the whole pattern we just talked about is going to flip, and we'll start seeing much more rain get pushed back towards the coast of Tamil Nadu.
So, to wrap this all up, let's hit the main points one more time. The southwest monsoon is leaving town, and that's causing all this instability. We've got 2 cyclonic circulations adding fuel to the fire. For today, that means the heaviest rain is concentrated over the interior regions of South India. And finally, keep your eye on that big shift after October 14th when the rain will start favoring the coast again.
You know, everything we're seeing right now, it's really just the opening act for the main event, especially for the southeast coast. And that leaves us with one final big question to think about. The team at Rainman Studio is actually putting together a special deep dive on this very topic, so you'll definitely want to keep an eye out for that. Thanks for tuning in.